Dear Lord, help me know what to say. Amen. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that a regular thing. I mean, it does kind of reveal I'm a Christian, so, and that's good, because I'd rather people know and not assume, and then people are like, oh, he's just saying that because. Because I'm sure if anyone ever actually commented on these videos, they say, oh, he's just this, he's just that. Even though I find that, and maybe this is an agent provocateur kind of thing, that the people who are on the left and even lean anywhere to the right, agree with anything to the right, there's a bunch of people that label that person like an alt-right or a right-winger or extremists. I mean, it's a minority because, let's face it, we only really hear from the vocal minority, not minorities, but, a minority of, well, probably everyone's a minority in thought if you think about it, because no one thinks the same way, and probably not. There's no majority of people that think exactly the same, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, to get that out of the way, and you know what? This brings me to another thing. I was on the Roy Labs coronavirus tracking thing, and I brought up a question about the numbers worldwide of how accurate are they? How much can we trust them? And the point I made is China's suspect. Toronto's been reported to be counting people who died from coronavirus twice. And America, there's reports that people who have corona but die of something else are still being marked out as a corona death. So how can we trust the numbers? And then someone comes in and mentions, doesn't try to disprove the point. All he says it's propaganda for President Carrot Cake, which is a new insult for me. My hairline's terrible. Ooh, God. I think if it was just like I had this back, it'd be good. Anywho, so yeah, like, they don't even, like, I made multiple points there, and he just shoots down one, and not even with proof or evidence, he's like, oh, that's just propaganda. What sucks when you want to prove a point is you really need your reference ready. Because you really need a point of reference to really prove your point. And even your point of reference, it'll probably get shot down because it's like, oh, that's just a right-wing news agency. Oh, that's just a left-wing propaganda machine. It's hard to find a good source that no one can shoot down. But even if you do, like the point I made before, if they state 100% facts and it supports a left or right, the other side is going to claim that source is for the other side. So what the hell can you do? But again, maybe that's just the vocal minority. Back of my throat still itches. I got cough drops. They haven't worked great. They don't hurt too bad. Really got to feed a cold. Anywho, so before I lost my train of thought, so yeah, I guess the point are, so we really, people. So Yeah, I'm gonna pause it while I think. So yeah, first off, I really like that button. I'm gonna use it a lot now. So we really need to be able to gauge, I think, uh, people's thoughts on things. But then there's a problem with that because we know polls aren't 100%. Because if the View, like, if you ask people if they're bigots, you're really, you know who you're gonna get admitting it? The freaking white virtue signalers who are like, oh, I am because I'm white. It's genetic or something. Some mess those people say. But you're not gonna get, you're probably not gonna get the actual bigots to admit it. So the polls aren't going to be right. Shoot, you look at the Trump polls. People aren't going to admit, even in anonymity, of something bad or something that's viewed as bad by other people. I'm not saying voting for Trump is bad or good, but in the last election, only one poll, I believe, got the outcome right. And what they did was ask, "Who are you voting for?" Oh, okay. Who do you think your neighbor is going to vote for? Well, they don't give a crap about their neighbor. They're going to be honest. And Trump won that poll. And then he won the election. So that's a problem with polls. But it still would be good to see more polls being held, not just about who you're going to vote for, just about things in general. And I don't see that anywhere. I don't see that anymore. And another problem with polls is when they are done, they're done by left and right leaning